Hello and welcome back to the Talking Therapist. Today I am back with a little bit of an analogy, a little bit of an example that can explain how sometimes human beings can make their own life complicated. So if you're interested to know, keep watching. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to have you imagine something for me for a while, okay? Imagine that I walk up to you and I have this big box full of all your old clothes, your old shoes, your old belongings from when you were back to school. Let's say when you were in 6th or 7th standard. And of course you're super happy to see all your belongings. You find out your favorite clothes from back then, and you also find little bit of yourself in those boxes which maybe you had forgotten all this time. But now things take a little bit of a weird turn when I tell you that I want you to wear these clothes now for the next few days. I want you to fit into those tops and those pants and those clothes, and I want you to actually wear those things and go out and interact in your day-to-day life, like go about your life like you would take meetings or go to the college or tend to your kids. But basically you have to wear the clothes from back when you were a kid right now as an adult. Now I think most of you would say that you're crazy, Ishwari, I won't even be able to fit in those clothes. And even if I did, who would want to wear the fashion that I liked as a kid? Because sure, I liked it back then, but I no longer like it right now. Definitely not so much that I would want to wear it as I go about my day-to-day activities. And you would be right in saying that, because it makes absolute sense that just because those clothes fit you at a given point of time, this doesn't mean that they should fit you now, and that even if they did, that you should continue wearing them. Now let's try and apply this same thing to old ideologies, to old grudges, to old thoughts and ways of leading life. For most of us, as we are growing up, our parents, our teachers, our experiences are giving us a set of rules. Our brains, without even knowing about it, are building these blueprints of how we should act and how we should look at the world. And of course, at a given age, in a given situation, it made sense to have those views of life and of the world. But as you change, as the situations change with you, it is incredibly important for these ideologies and these ways, world views to change too. Because can you imagine what would happen if it did not? Like, just as we said, just as we saw the example of clothes that no longer fit, these would be thoughts and ideas that no longer serve you. And I see this so many times in my sessions with clients, that they are holding on to something that is so dear to them. Rightly so, because they have really built it over these years. But without even knowing it, that thing that is so dear to them is becoming the thing that is slowly leading to their mental health deteriorating. So I would invite you, all of you watching this video right now, to sit down and give it a moment and think about all the thoughts and all the world views and ways that that you have thoughts like, okay, this is how it should be. And I want you to imagine and think of penning them down somewhere, and actually in the process asking yourself if they are still serving a purpose to me. In other language, this can also be patterns that you keep going back to, patterns of behavior, patterns of thoughts that can then lead to severe mental health concerns if not managed. So I really think that can be a great exercise, and I have done it myself to actually check if there are all the thoughts in my mind and all my ideologies, do they still make sense to me, and do they still help me in becoming the person that I want to? Are those the values that I still want to align myself to? So this can be a really great thinking activity, and I really hope that you all decide to try it like I did, because I'm very sure that you all will find out so many new things about yourself in the process. So that's it for today's video, guys. I'm your talking therapist Ishwari Marathe. If you like this video, don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. Take care. Bye bye.